The little bot species is mentally retarded. Somehow they went from being able to say they built cities like this to not being able to deliver mail properly. And what can you expect? It's a terrorist fucking Ku Klux Klan government and nation. If you use the U.S. government for mail, you have no rights because, well, this master race here, Einstein, fucking, oh, you get no rights if you allow them to exist on this planet. And that's what everyone does. So everyone has to worship them and be lowly slaves and then do things like Puff Daddy does and have to kill people to get in the clan and do something wrong. You're out of the clan for life, huh? Fortunately for me, to get in the clan, I got in the clan by saying I'm going to kill you. So, I never fucking even gave the illusion I was part of the clan. Although somehow they still, whatever operates their circuits makes them do some things sometimes. It's so weird. Like, and whatever does that gave me $1 million once before it sent one of them to try to kill me, and knowing it was going to kill himself and get me in trouble for it instead. That was fucking fun times are over there, right? Fucking we're over. And they hadn't even begun yet, and then they were already over. But so I've been having problems with my mail, so I don't use the mail. I mean, because our special master race here, the geniuses of the world, the Ku Klux Klan leaders, Einstein and Sagan and Hitler and Donald Trump and Joe Biden and Barack Obama and all the people at the churches who run them, definitely, and sit beside me when I go there and whisper in my ear about, you gotta worship us because we're gods. Why don't you do that to everyone else? What, they're not smart enough to see ya? Oh, they're not smart enough to see ya, huh? You don't have to babysit them when they come in your church, when they come into your Ku Klux Klan meetings on Sunday mornings, do ya? Ha ha! No, you don't, because yes, your whole existence seems dedicated. You make books about me. You print fucking. You got posters of me all over the fucking city. Your slaves put posters of me on their wall. That's so weird. It's so weird, isn't it? It's almost like your slaves don't really like you. But the science people, you can't even tell them they're your slaves and to worship you. You gotta fucking manipulate them. So they got his picture on the wall, but they don't know that means that's the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. They don't know that, do they? Anyways, that's for my special viewers out there who I was pointed out by some of my other people. Yeah, obviously, I already knew that they are putting out hits on me a long time ago and shit. But what do you do? I mean, they've been putting out hits on me since I was like fucking born. I was like 8 when they first started drugging me. So I think they've always known where to find me if the game wants to tell them where to find me. Fucking so no big deal. It was cute though to see my name on one of their hit lists that they put all the Russians and everyone who's not a pro Ku Klux Klan on over there in Ukraine. Boy, check out them Americans though. Ain't that the greatest looking American you ever seen? Looks nothing like a Native American, does it? But I guess once you kill the people, you can become them. It looks nothing like any European I ever seen either, but he used to be a European, didn't he? He used to be a German, actually. That's where he ran from. That's actually why he stole their fucking stuff from them, to blow up Palestine and blow up Germany. And obviously, Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan here then is behind staging events to blow up Japan, to take Japan over, because their little racist ass just fucking had to fucking take over Japan too. Fucking something about China scares these vaginas. Yeah, for a group of mass murderers, I know these are pussies. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, I know they like kill and rape animals. I have friends who've told me that, and I can tell, like, yeah, they do. And I've seen like some of my other friends like kill people and resuscitate them and shit like that. So you know, I can figure out when someone's lying about certain things. And he told me, he actually told me that the other dude didn't do a lot of shit, and I'm like, no, this dude's like real sick. And it's fucking bad. He's gonna grow up and be fucking a serial killer and shit. Fucking probably to have sex with little boys. Cause, anyways, my life, fucking my life. It'd be boring if I were normal, but I'm sick of I'm sick of fucking, having the Grand Ku Klux Klan wizards in my life and shit. But the Grand Ku Klux Klan wizards, when I have problems with the U.S., when I have problems with deliveries, I notice they are often walking by me in the hall, and they don't live around here. This area is too poor. There's a crackhead over here who sells drugs, and he's, probably poisoning them, but if I'm God, who cares? And if I'm not God, yeah, I get to die. But it's been 40 years these losers have been poisoning me. And I'm not the dead one. So, and I'm not the stupid one. Imagine that. Fucking, they take one hit of crack, and they were born brain dead. You guess their great grandparents smoked crack. And I fucking hoard all the fucking cyanide or whatever it is they give me. And all I get is like fucking a growth on my arm and on my fucking head that goes away and shit. Yeah, you guys gonna have to fucking ask the Grand Ku Klux Klan wizard, the genius of the world, the smartest race on the planet. You guys gotta ask your leader. I guess you guys aren't the smartest race. You guys just got the smartest person. Equals triangle cracker crispies with salts and sugars on it. And I did space. Going to space. I'm going to space. I'm going to space up here. I wish I could, right? I could be a human. One day I'll be able to be a human. I'm gonna die, right? Right. Yeah, we're literally. I get born right at the point where like eternity exists, but I wouldn't choose that, right? Fucking, I can reverse anything, fucking at this point in life, but why? I mean, maybe if I reversed it, I could erase my memory after we erase the Ku Klux Klan. Fucking that way they don't bring the memory back, because I have a real hard problem forgetting important things like test scores in kindergarten, things you're supposed to remember that you hear for 100,000 hours straight. Even if you're not supposed to remember it, you fucking hear it 100. You hear it more than you've ever heard anything in your life. I could magically remember things like that somehow. Like I can remember that there used to be different stories written, and they're telling you the Mandela effect is other things. They're pointing at other things that likely are of no significance, and likely didn't happen. But I definitely do notice some things a little changed here and there and stuff, and it's almost like time doesn't exist here. But you can easily build a video game where you can rewind time. And we've already have those games. You just hit the button, go back a few minutes. So easy. So easy with a fake digital world where you can just select which houses on the map are deleted. and you delete like the entire city and no one even questions. How did that happen? Because I guess no one knows how fire works. Something as simple as fire, the first invention man ever fucking made, when man was like an amoeba sliming around on the planet before he'd evolved from an amoeba into a human crawling and crying and rolling. It was a noble amoeba invented fire. It slimed around the earth, then cause all these problems, and go around claiming to be the smartest person on the planet and genociding everyone they could find with the technology they stole from better people. Like the Ku Klux Klan wizard here has been doing. Yeah, but anyway, so I just happened to notice at another failure delivery. So what happens is this great government agency, they're trash. United States Postal Service, obviously, United States. It's an illegal fucking. Um, it's an illegal settlement on stolen land. It has no jurisdiction, but you just replace law with judicial system, and all of a sudden the Ku Klux Klan is back in control. The clanicial system is back in control of everything, and oh boy. But the other option is Amazon, but at least they have to act right. I mean, it's Jeff Bezos, so he's what, like fucking the third wizard in America. I would say Elon Musk is like the most known Ku Klux Klan wizard, and the United Snakes have stolen assorted empire lands. How should we name this properly? It's technically just a vassal state used because they gotta run constantly and destroy the last place they were in, so no one's alive to talk about it, and burn it down and blow it up. Mm, like there's some fires going on or something, like they do everywhere else in the world. They burn down the libraries and everything else. If they don't own the place, they have to do that. Now they own this place, and they're already they've already deleted everything off the internet and control it. And anyone who's like a Nazi is following one of these clan wizards. I mean, that's who's under the mask. You better think twice before you become a Nazi or a clan wizard. And you better think 3 or 4 or 5 times if you think you're going to oppose any of their fucking racial supremacy organizations. Back to the Bible, fucking if you don't look like that, you might want to think twice about joining their organization, because that's what the hood off. That's the reason he carries around the cross, though, so his friends can identify him. Fucking. Anyways, yep, so I'm getting tired of looking at that stupid looking face. Here's a better one. Here's a better. There we go. A lot better. Oy vey. Anyways, yeah, so it's not odd that little deformed mutant slime bags are out there. Like the 3 times that they claim they don't deliver. Now, this little trash United States place, we already know this whole place is trash. The people here are fucking legalized pedophile. They work for this trash. They've never done anything to cleanse the world of them. They want their share and the fucking money. You could easily see this with the recent fire when the trash in LA got their fucking asses evicted from life, from my planet. Definitely not theirs. Fucking We got to sort out who's living in bots, and we've got to erase the bots because they have no right to be here, um, and they're evil. That's why they were created. So we have to deal with it. It's the whole stupid point coming to this game is they get to do their thing, and then we, you know, deal with it. So, um, anyway, so the, little trash government, little piece of shit, white trash American fucking government, fucking Nazi Ku Klux Klan leader of the world. Motherfuckers so pussified it took them fucking years to fucking fight a war against people who lived in tents to steal the fucking land. I heard it took them like 100 years to fully kill fucking naked people running around in tents and shit. That's how fucking easy it is to defeat a bunch of homosexuals who think they're killers just because some alien gave them some fucking guns and advanced technology they don't understand. Because they couldn't even defeat fucking animals. They've had 3 animal wars in Australia. They can't even defeat fucking animals. So they just got lucky. They have like hundreds of thousands of people, and they're up against fucking 100 people who live naked and in tents and in teepees and shit. Fucking, they got lucky they could survive that fucking war. You didn't see over in Russia, they're fighting like a third world nation. They think they're first world over here. They have first world weaponry, obviously. Fucking the Ku Klux Klan wizard over here obtained that from probably Satan. I guess they're probably working with aliens and shit. Aliens are probably going to kill their ass, fucking, because who the fuck is that I work with, fucking? It's definitely not the humans. They're fucking mindless bots, fucking. And, so yeah, who else would give someone some fucking nuclear missiles? They are the fucking Satan enemy in this thing, fucking, but they're also the people creating all the fucking religions, so it really doesn't fucking matter. It's just, the story's hidden wherever it wants. The story to what's happening on Earth could be written on a fucking manhole cover telling me where to turn when I just go out there and say fuck life, and I travel thousands of miles away where I've never been, and I don't know where I'm at, and I need to know where I'm going, or I don't even really care where I'm going. But the manhole cover will naturally have it go written on it, go to the left and up 4 blocks and shit. Fucking my dumb ass. My dumb ass, like, actually followed it a couple times, and it's like, oh shit, that's right where the riot's at. Interesting. Right where I wanted to be. That part wasn't a riot, but, yeah. Fucking. So, the old Yahweh, when they come in the old Yahweh crackhead looking form, that means it's their serious killer business. I think that's their bosses, like the rat people's bosses and shit. Like literally, like everyone worships that image, and I'll have that image too when I get older. Fucking, if I allow myself to, and I probably will because I'll fucking embrace it. Fucking. Once it gets fully that way, I won't care about. I'll color my hair like fucking blue, light blue and silver, fucking lightning streaks into it and shit. Fuck, I'm not gonna be a whiny baby about it. Like, oh, do I look old now? No, I look like a fucking god now. Fucking fuck that. Oh wait a minute, I always looked like a god, didn't I? Huh? That's a coincidence, I'm sure, isn't it? I try my best not to go around looking like that too. So it's always like weird when the drones they have. I think the Ku Klux Klan wizard here, their people have stories of golems. So I think they're telling me how they have humans walking around who are enslaving the living and stuff because they're not actually fucking humans and shit. Fucking. And they're not actually bots. Nothing in this game, I'm assuming, we're going to open up and there's going to be chips inside. If there was something as intelligent as a computer walking around on this planet, it would have killed everyone off, because it's easy to see just how much trash is involved and how much fucking things. And if not everyone, it would have killed lots of them. I mean, you got the whole fucking, you got like this whole fucking nation filled with hospitals that are dope dealers, fucking cornering drug markets so they can lock black people up in prisons and everyone else. And it's not just so they can be the only ones making millions. They invented the cops over here in USA. They didn't have cops because the Ku Klux Klan has their own family police network that arrives on scene when they killed Michael Hastings and hacked his car and made it slam into a tree in Beverly Hills. That bitch place that just got burned down, or well, outside of it, unfortunately. We can only assume that Beverly Hills doesn't get burned down because Beverly Hills is the one in control of those weapons, and they want that trash gone so they can fucking go to the beach. The Prince Harry just moved out to the beach too, about a quarter of a mile to 2 miles north of where the fires were. So Prince Harry with his fucking Middle Eastern afro having ass fucking well, everyone else there in California are unwanted slaves. California attracts crackheads and prostitutes, which is fine, especially for crackheads and whores and sluts. Wannabe whores. You can't be a whore if you look like fucking these Ku Klux Klan members. You can only hope you can be a slut, or more likely be like a Howard Stern and hope to get rich so you can have a TV show where you pay people to have sex with you, because it's a TV show, not prostitution. Uh-huh. And this is allowed to go on, and all this stuff's allowed to go on because what type of fake reality do we live in where humans have never just marched down the street and taken people like this and thrown them in a car crusher or something? It'd fake out. Just as fake as those fires look. I'm sure you go down there and there's no houses there. But the game didn't even make fucking images of the fire. Have you noticed that? There's been no images of the fire. Now, is that because it's actually not doing it? Maybe it's because the Beverly Hills people are doing it, and they're using space lasers to burn all the fucking houses and shit. Technically, that is the definition of heavens, and the definition of angels and gods is the space is the heavens. It's always been called that. And then gods are people who are smarter than you, obviously, because people worship Einstein. And the rat pig, well, he's not even smarter. I mean, he probably is. If you're smart enough to fool a moron, you're probably at least a smarter moron, right? I don't know. Crackheads sell crack to each other, sell baking soda to each other, right? I don't think anything goes on inside their fucking heads, to be honest. But, so let's not get into that discussion. But yeah, so their rat asses fucking showed up. Like 3 of the old cripple looking motherfuckers. It showed up like each time. It was a girl this time. Bitch is looking all super deformed, and I tried to look up deformed mutant rat looking bug-eyed blonde, and it came up with the images we use every frickin' day to describe, when we're talking about them. I'm like looking for a human who looks like a deformed mutant rat looking bug-eyed blonde, but I can't get that. And dude, like the game generates this image right here. It looks like a fucking rabbi. Shit, dude. Total rabbi. Fucking got a fucking comb over and shit. Last few hairs here trying to come down and stuff. Eyes all the way to the side. Ears fucking way the fuck out here. And Oh my God, dude, I'm telling you, this shit happens all the time. Like, how many things? I've made videos of some of this stuff, how I like say words and then like something new that no way in hell something could figure out comes up with and shit. Fucking, and bam. It's not like it's listening to me. I have my mics off, so I haven't given them permission to listen to me. I gotta give the caramel people permission to rape me when I'm the second I'm born. Other than that, they can't do it. Wiggly. Other stupid ass fucking human, fucking Santa Claus motherfuckers. Oh man. Anyway, so I don't think that's a mistake that this shitty belligerent fucking United States fucking pedophile Ku Klux Klan wishing they could be Aryan, but unfortunately still fucking the only Ku Klux Klan and Nazis there ever were on the planet. Fucking government running the delivery systems on both ends too. But that's a good thing because I should be happy that they have to cry. They work all the time and they're always like, you gotta work. I'm fucking working so hard. I'm bald and fucking no woman likes me and no one's gonna come around me. But you look cute though. Yeah, I just don't feel happy about. I don't like slaves. Don't like them. I don't care whether I could use some slaves. Maybe if I had like some maids or something, like. But I shouldn't say that because someone did ask me recently if I needed help, and I was like, nope, no help here. Like, I'll just buy new dishes if I use once the dishes in the sink start rusting, which was probably a couple days ago. I'll just buy some new dishes. Thank you very much. I do not need anyone's fucking help. I've had enough help my entire life. I've had help holding my dick I didn't ask for by a lot of fucking people. I've had help talking, listening to people, learning how to listen to people I didn't need to listen to. I've had help people trying to kill me down the road who are incompetent fucking moron, fucking terrorists, fucking Ku Klux Klan fucking members and shit. Genocidal fucking maniacs. I've had enough help and shit. I learned that a long time ago. Like, some bitch I didn't want around fucking tried to kill me because I didn't want her around anymore. It's like, and then she was like, I help you. It's like, what, you mean like you help me? Why? When you bought food, you would like sometimes give me a couple French fries from some place I don't like. I don't remember that. I don't. Oh, yeah, my bad. I do remember that because that actually happened, but I don't remember anything else. How you help me, huh? Okay, well, how about you help me help myself, but let me the fuck out of this house and not trying to kill me. Oh, too late. I'm being serious. You better call 911 though, because I'm feeling weird, and that's if I feel weird, like that probably is my body saying like something's up. So, yeah. Yeah, help. I learned about help back then. Never let people you don't like that much around you. Never let people you know are lying around you. Never let. The first time you think they're fucking lying, ditch it. Ditch it completely. Completely. Fucking don't set the fucking thing in motion and then wait 4 years. You're right. The second you fucking think they're lying. Especially if they look like these people. That's all they can fucking do is lie about shit. And the blood, I'm looking for the bug out. If they look like this with they're on crack and they got blonde hair like Donald Trump, same thing. See these people, you see Donald Trump, fucking run. you've done. Look how many people fall for that trap from that crackhead. Yeah, and Joe Biden, openly a crackhead. I mean, doing crack doesn't fry living people. Fucking doing drugs doesn't fry living people. I've tested that enough. Like I've purposely tried to do that and shit. Fucking just doesn't work. Fucking. But the game will generate a crackhead who looks the same as every other crackhead it's generated. Just like it generates a pedophile to look like every other pedophile it generates. Fucking. So, there you go. Fucking pedophile crackheads showing up fucking when my mail doesn't show up. And there's really no white people in this building except for one or two every now and then. I seen like some young person. We got a new neighbor. Unfortunately, they both look like people who have been forcing their way into my life and forcing me to have sex with them and forcing me to be around them, forcing me to talk to them, forcing me to worship them as gods through their Ku Klux Klan organization, things like that. Or their other assorted gangs, because there's more than the Ku Klux Klan, the Bible trilogy, the Bible Infinite. How many of them there are? There's like 90,000 different ones. There's seriously like, 25 larger sects. That's because each nation they invade, they have to fucking alter it a little bit for the next tribe of people they conquer and shit. Fucking, that's what Satanism and atheism is for. That's for people who have a brain and start to question things and don't just be like, yeah, I need proof of anything you say. That God chose you to enslave me. God chose me to go kill for you. God chose me to give all my money to you. Which God to, like, I mean, is it this God? Is it the Satanist God? I think it's a race going around telling people there's a God who chose them to be the master race. I think it's real that simple. It's telling because, I mean, God would have to be a Ku Klux Klan member himself, a Nazi terrorist, fucking child rapist son of a bitch, if he really was like, hey, I like ugly people too. I don't just like raping children. Children are okay because they're ugly, but we need a real ugly child, so we're gonna choose ugly people too. Fucking, we're gonna choose the ugly because you never judge a book by its cover. That comes from the people writing the books, like Stephen King, who are so fucking cheap they won't even fucking hire an artist for $5 to make a piece of art for their fucking book and shit. It's because they're fucking crackers. The term penny pincher literally comes from them too. Con man, penny pincher. The game has it all set the fuck up. Shit, that it all roads lead to Rome. You ever heard that fucking saying? Well, there's your Italian right there, the world's smartest fucking Ku Klux Klan wizard. All roads lead to Italian. Yeah, except for they're not really from there. They're from fucking. They used the pyramid. The pyramid came long before fucking Rome conquered the earth, right? Pyramids were here a long time before that. They were already killing and enslaving and genociding the planet before that. That's how supposedly they've got it so networked out that it's just like, I mean, it's so large, like no one is even, I've never even heard anyone tell me that the Bible is a fucking racist fucking Nazi manual, and yet it's so fucking obvious. That's all it's used for. And they used to say that shit about the Romans, which is themselves, so they're probably, probably trying to edit that part of history out and shit. Just like the recent version of the Bible removed their name, where in their little fucking stories, fucking Jesus or John went around talking about how the the leaders of Israel, the Romans, the Italians, the Americans, whatever they are at that point in time, that's what they look like. Fucking, that's what the Romans fucking look like. Look at the fucking statues, just as fucking stupid, just the same stupid fucking hair. You look at a Roman statue and you're like, how did that loser fucking homo get to become a ruler of a nation? Not just a ruler of a nation, they were called God. Does that sound familiar here? With the Ku Klux Klan wizard in his fucking Abrahamic trilogy? Because it should. Because it's the same damn fucking thing. Because it's the same damn mosquito fucking species fucking going around doing it everywhere. Fucking too stupid to actually fucking revise it. I mean, it could be revised in a way where they conquered the earth, but I guess when you look like this, you don't want to kill everyone else you're trying to genocide. I wouldn't either if I had to wake up next to either one of these, like I have had to in the past. Um, I still to this day I want to slit my neck for allowing myself to do that. So I could see why when you fucking enslave and genocide the fucking world for 6,000 years, you can't come up with a method to eliminate your enemy entirely and make the world a great and beautiful place full of just the master race. Because if you did that, you'd probably be feeling like I do when I wake up next to one of these fuckers and shit in my life. Be 40 years later, and I still need to fucking slap myself with a hammer to make sure I don't do that again. Not necessarily your fault when you're a preteen and a girl is talking to you, right? I think that's the only time I remember actually. It took the bug-eyed blonde ones to fucking bait me and shit. Fucking. So, and that was like, yeah. That was all weird, dude. That was weird. I don't even know if that one was one, but I'm pretty sure because family all looked like that. So, they were the only different one. And it had that crack the fuck out attitude, like, which they have naturally without smoking crack. So, um, it's just fucking genetics, I guess. Fucking. That's why they love their science so much in the backstory, because they're trying to change it, like they do with the Marilyn Manho. You want to see what that bitch really looks like? Fucking someone doesn't agree with that? Early Marilyn Manho. I typed that in and I brought it up. See, man? Let this bitch. Fucking, can you see this shit? Like, she got these fucking rat chompers and shit, bro. She fucking Bugs Bunny and everything. So okay, so you're gonna notice she fucking they in the if you're like me, you have eyes and you can see back in the 1920s that humans look like shit in America. It's like old people with smoking crack and meth mixed together and huffing paint thinner. And they must have been taking their combs. They must have been eating food with their combs and brushing their hair with their macaroni and cheese. Have you seen an old person? Y'all who ain't old, y'all is lucky. people used to look real fucked up, and it was only like a period of time there too. It's like people in the 1800s and like England and stuff. It was all like classy and fucking women was all fancy looking and shit. And they knew how to brush their beards and comb their beards, and the women knew how to wash their hair and make it look good, and they had nice dresses. I mean, it just goes on and on. Like, am I the only one who noticed that? There was like a crackhead period where America took over the world, and the world's been crackheads ever since. But the looks started to get good in the 80s. Like when I was born, like I would have killed myself if I would have went around and seeing they look like fucking men and shit. And that's odd too, because these people are men who are obsessed with men because their women look like the men. So there's been, you'd see, even if you don't feel the same way I do, that Howard Stern looks like a girl, and Dara Lynn, I mean, Howard Stern looks like a man. There's, a man, and Dara Lynn is his female counterpart, and she looks like a dude because that's acceptable for Howard Stern to look that way, but not for Dara Lynn. Fucking kind of. I mean, Howard Stern could like fucking hit the gym or something or whatever. He doesn't need to. He's got money, right? Fucking. Anyways, so here we go. Marilyn Monroe right here. This is what the bitch really looked like. Fucking. Shit. Let's just show you up close here. Fucking. See that? Da-da-da. Da-da-da. You see that ratty fucking rat nest? And this is like a modeling picture, so it's really hyped up. This reminds me of someone I know real close. I've known my entire life. Fucking, and she got no blonde hair. Fucking, and she got that ratty look. Now, changing the hair and putting a ton of makeup on change that. Anyways, so like, this is like that one, and she married him too. So even if you want to argue that she's not one of them, because you're blind and have no idea what the fuck I'm even talking about, because that right there, that's the rat jaw. The only thing different here is she has this jawline, but she is the one who brought in plastic surgery, because that's how she supposedly got her jawline, was when you get your wisdom teeth removed, and you don't need them removed. That's for your health, like sucking your baby's wiener at the fucking hospital for circumcision is for your health. And it's the same people. She is the same people who fucking play with baby genitals and taught the world to do that. So she's also the same people who taught them to fucking deform their fucking faces with these weird, stupid fucking duck lips and shit. Because it'll help them hide, because she already looks stupid and shit. So if other people, their people feel like if they bring other people down to their level by chopping them up and preventing them from going to work and things like that, drugging children at school, they feel that's the only way they'll be able to retain control of the earth, is if they bring everyone else down to their level. No one's going to want to date them if they look that way. No one's probably ever has. It's probably part of the storyline. I remember being taught that when I was a kid. Maybe I just kind of put it together. I was like, oh, that's weird. All the rich people look real fucked up, and like no girl's ever going to talk to them, so they had all day long to play on computers, like Bill Gates, etc. Bill Gates is another one who, his wife is like His wife is him. Which one's the man? Which one's the female? It's a boy, it's a girl, it's Pat. What's that? Like, literally, that's Lorna of Saturday Night Live who fucking approved that. Fucking Shirley fucking understood what that was, and so is the girl who played Pat in those shows is one of them. And that's not just because it's New York. It's one of the 200 nations of the world God gave them. But even though New York is technically the capital right now and not Israel, New York is much more the capital. And even LA would be the capital. LA's the propaganda center capital. Israel is just a place they've been building for 50 years. They've been building America for 300 years. And they've been building their entire empire to get back to Israel, or back to the Middle East. They probably got some like old baby dick stored in the pyramids. I mean, they're psycho, dude. Like, they have no reason, rhyme, or purpose. They just do it. If someone told them, if in one of them hidden Bible or Talmud collections they keep, in the Vatican or a synagogue somewhere says that there's the most delicious baby dick ever at one of those pyramids, they would fight the world for thousands of years to get to it, dude. There's no understanding. I think it's actually, it might be easy to understand that there's not much going on in there except for robotic-like actions. Most people have that. That's very fucking unnerving. I'm like a toddler, and I'm like, fucking, you guys are really fucking scary, because this is weird. You're just like on repeat here, and you got your rape, and you got your fucking mutilation, and your Ku Klux Klan, and your enslavement, and your ignorance, and your hatred for anyone who is not an ignorant Ku Klux Klan member or fucking. But like, the thing that bothered me the most as a kid was like how they're like, some people are just so robotic, like that, like nothing new ever came out of them, and I could predict, like, I can like finish sentences with people. People don't like that, but it's like, I don't have all day to listen to you tell me the same damn fucking thing I've heard 7,000 fucking times already. Okay, I didn't even ask you to talk to me. Fucking, why are we talking? Hello? I'm here buying something. We're not even fucking talking. Why don't you come to my master class? Why don't you come pay to listen to me fucking talk? Or how about this? How about you pay to come to my master class? And my master class is going to be just you and everyone else who paid to go there, and you guys can talk to each other. Fucking, I'm not going to show the fuck out. What the fuck? I'm not here to talk. I'm trying to, literally, God was like, stop talking. And then the humans are like, no. And God's like, well, every time you let a human talk, then we're going to add 4 years of silence to your ritual. So, like, we're at millions of years now, because the humans don't give a shit about me or my fucking values or morals and shit. So I went outside, and they're little crackhead bot fucking people, and these little rat fucking individuals fucking, they know what they're doing. How else do they organize to kill me? I mean, whatever's inventing the illusion they exist fucking is definitely knows what it's doing, fucking giving me $1 million before it fucking throws them into a wall 80 miles per hour, knowing I'm about to get blamed for that and shit. Fucking. So I can figure it out by now. That's fucking set the fuck up. I figured it out back then. I just didn't understand. Like, I was like, oh, how did that happen? Fucking these days, huh? Looks a little more simple to me. Fucking. And this all looks set up too. Why would they even allow their pictures? They've removed a lot of shit from the internet, but So they're now showing up fucking when I have problems with the mail. I don't use the mail because this white trash city, Columbus, Ohio, America. I mean, what else? Do I always have to preface anything in USA with white trash? We know what it is, don't we? We already know what's there. But I want to make sure that no one gets brainwashed by the fucking Hollywood propaganda that it's the greatest place on earth just because some Nazi crackheads fucking say it is. Because it works. I mean, that's how they conquered the world. It's going around telling you they're the greatest people and they love you and they care for you. Oh, they're your new family. Come see us every Sunday and bring us some money and children wieners. The next thing you know, you got a fucking metal clasp around your neck, hands and ankles, and you're chained together with your family naked, and you're being shipped across seas to go fucking work at McDonald's for them. These days, I was trying to teach one how, like, they've evolved their slavery if they can just accept it and not talk like so trashy about it. You know, they're like they don't need rights and stuff. It's like, what? You're like passing out Jesus pamphlets. What do you mean black people don't need rights? Like, you do notice though that they're behaving really well. Like, they're all walking behind us, and they're behaving really well, aren't they? I don't see none of them trying to kick you in the head or rape you. Like your people have been doing to me. But they're still slaves. Why are you gonna cry about it? They just, it's like they want them to know they're slaves or something. I don't, they can't just be slaves. They have to know they're slaves. Like that's cute if it's like sexual. They're definitely obsessed with that. That's sick. That's why naked women is turned into a lot of other things and shit. But unfortunately, you learn these things by being in this situation. So I learned these things before they came forth. In most instances, all this stuff was stuff happening today is stuff I was being shown before it's happening. Stuff I didn't want. Stuff that like these days like pisses me off because I know like I'm being forced to live a life I don't want, and it's been like I was accepting of it, but it's disgusting. I was accepting of a lot of disgusting things happening around me because I had no rights, no choice. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't stand up for myself against some large armies sometimes trying to drug me and shit. Fucking. So, I was shown this shit, unfortunately, because I was thrown into the fucking Chihuahua den. Like, Chihuahuas on crack. It's definitely not a lion's den, right? Fucking, they're like, lions are like cute and cuddly, and the only reason they're probably gonna kill you is if they're hungry or if you fucking do something that you need killed for. So that's not how the lion generally doesn't go around saying to have plastic surgery. It doesn't need plastic surgery so it can look better. The lion already looks the best. I doubt a lion ever wakes up in the morning like, oh my god, oh my hair, oh my makeup, honey, do I need fucking new tits? Do I need to go to the gym, honey? Maybe some of those old lions need to go to the gym, right? But as far as the rest. Anyways, these people showing up when, there's a newer one in here, and another person I don't trust because they have brown hair and they have white skin. Two strikes and you're out. Fucking. He's also got metal shit on his car, so I was almost baited. I think that's who that is. I was almost baited and talking to him, and it's like, nope, we're not gonna fall for the friend in the tailpipe trick ever again. That was a long time ago. Old people don't have friends. Old people have families, except for me, because I have people in my life separating me from people I want to be around, and sending me sterile people too of their own type. That's weird too. They specifically targeted me with sterile females, which is fine for me and acceptable because I don't really believe this place exists and I don't need to reproduce to continue. And I would shoot myself if I were a breeder anyways. I would support my own cause to stop breeding. Especially if I was tricked. I mean, it's like, I'm not sure who's doing the tricking on that level. If it's, like, did Joey trick himself into killing himself near me? and his family is the one who gave me millions before that happened. I mean, you don't know with these people. You seriously have to ask that question because they own Hollywood, right? They claim to be the aliens and stuff. They definitely look like the aliens, but why would alien shapeshifters shift to a very recognizable, hideous form and not a form to try to fit in? So, technically, switching to something that looks like every race combined does fit in, but at the same time, it doesn't at all when you look like Fauci. It's just, you're not going to go anywhere in life looking like Bill Gates. It's just the way it is. Fucking, they know that too, and so why would, if they're shapeshifters, why would they unless they're just trying to destroy people with duck lips and all that shit. So we always got to rule that out for those people who think that shapeshifters control the world, because these people, the only shapeshifting they're doing is failed plastic surgery 60% of the time, which is good. That's good that fails that much. Like, it's better than 10-20%, because that would give the illusion that people should be doing that. But they still go through with only advertising to people who aren't fucked up from it, and stop talking about all the cancer and stuff it causes. Even though they'd be like, where'd cancer come from? That never existed. I was always just assuming, like, oh, God's getting tired of humans. Probably just gonna kill you, fucking. Didn't have any problem with that. I've been wise enough to know that fucking we're all, like, pretty lucky to be alive. I know I did some real fucked up shit when I was a kid. I had a bad fucking, I don't even know what it was. Like, it's not like I was even pissed. It's just psycho moments. Just like, wow, a second is all it takes sometimes. It takes a second to pull the trigger. Fucking, one weird second misstep could be any fucking thing that could be done in a second. I don't think there's much purpose to it generally and shit. Fucking. But yeah, fucking. I'm always like, hey, I didn't get killed for that stuff. Interesting. So there's no karma, is there? Because fucking, I'd be surprised. I did get my head busted open after that, but not after that other time, I don't think. So yeah, I've never seen that karma shit existing. I've seen like people try to kill me and then die trying to kill me. And I've never been like, oh, that's karma. Like, that always sounds like some hippie shit to me. And some religious shit. And I've always known, like, oh, the religion is like the KKK, isn't it? Like, wait a minute, the religion is the KKK. The KKK carries the cross. Fucking, it's a belief set. Fucking, but that's where religion comes from. It comes from the Middle East, and it kills everyone who doesn't worship it, and across the land. And so it spreads, because everyone either dies or they don't want to die. And that's how Rome was. That's how Italy was built in the world. That's how the West was built. Period. How the West was won. That was a lot easier than the previous West. Fucking. They actually had to fight battles. They had to kill the actual fucking Europeans. The Middle Easterners had to kill the Europeans to bring Christianity up north. And they called them pagans back then. Because I guess that was the religion that they worshipped at that point in time. That was their racial group, was paganism. And it's odd because they worship the same God. So I kind of assume that it's more of what we're seeing today, where the same people are just cleansing their own fucking groups. And again, these people aren't actually from where the Bible is from. These people say they were slaves to where the people who run the Bible today are from. So they all that use of the pyramid, even calling themselves bricklayers and masons, doesn't convince me that they're bricklayers and masons, because you wouldn't use the fucking pyramid symbol to represent yourself. If you were actually slaves from the pyramid, you would discard that. And they know these rules. They know they're the ones going around bombing the planet, destroying all the fucking history museums, all the libraries of every nation they conquer. Every nation in the Middle East, they hire ISIS to go burn down those fucking buildings and shit. Fucking every nation, that's why they own the Wayback Machine and the internet and Google. That's why I have documentaries where the Wayback Machine is editing information about the owners of the Wayback Machine's bloodline. They're pulling their own stuff. The Wayback Machine's doing it too. And that's why does the Wayback Machine look like? What's their owner look like? Let's see what. Can you guys guess? Shaquille O'Neal, maybe? Does he look like Shaquille O'Neal? Yeah, there we go. Can we even see that? Let's just turn this around. There we go. That was hard to guess, right? Bill Gates, etc., etc., etc. That was real hard to guess, right? If I was going to show you, I'm having a hard time pulling up people who aren't related to this. That's really hard to even understand some of this stuff. Like all these religions and anti-religions are at war with each other, and they're fucking related. It's like, that's makes, who are we killing? We got a Jewish person running Khazaria. We got Catholics running Russia. We got Satanists, atheists, and Christians, mostly. I know Catholics here too, and JFK was Catholic, so we do have Catholics here. And Jewish here. And so who's at war? It's like those are all racial organizations. One racial organization. It's about a bloodline. It starts with, talking about Abraham's bloodline. It's not hidden. And then they're all at war with each other. And it's like, what are you even doing in being involved in the religion if you're not part of Abraham's bloodline, anyways? But they look like it a lot. So why are they at war? It makes no sense and shit. Fucking, isn't that odd too? It says it's written that someone's going to teach the people who they are. And as far as I know, I'm the only one who's ever said that's odd Ever said, hey, aren't all these people related? It's another one of those little odd things that happens in my life that line up with a lot of this stuff, and I don't like it. Because I don't like having to deal with the stuff I had to deal with in order to get here, and because I don't like life now. I can enjoy it. I'm like, you know how much times this shit has happened? It was just a few months ago they tried to kill me again. When is that going to end? I'm correct, aren't I? That shit started when I was like probably born. Like all these books these people are copying off of and following, and looks like fucking are being thrown my way every time that stuff happens in my life. Um, Talk about the person they think I am. They're gonna try to kill me. They try to kill him when he's born and stuff. And I know they did the drugging thing. And I know people were in my life by the time I was 15, but obviously I was born into it. And then the drugging thing occurred, and the weird stuff occurred in first grade where whatever the game allowed me to be in like third person, rooms away, hearing what people were saying. And it had to do with me because I got moved out of the school in 2 days and stuff. I had just got moved away from where I was. I just got passed up 4 grades, supposedly. And things happen. Where it didn't end up as exciting as a life as that sounded like it could have been. Could have been rich and fucking the actual world's genius, an actual genius, instead of one of these Ku Klux wizards saying dumb shit that has no fucking value or significance to anyone. Yeah, could have did that, but for some reason, whatever sets things up here decided not to do that, and decided to pit these fuckers against me, because that's what it was. I could tell like something nefarious was going down. I don't know how I knew everything, but like now I can link it together. But back then I was like, this seems nefarious. What's going on? And then next thing I know, I'm in third person watching some motherfuckers who really are talking about me, some teachers and principals and shit. I don't remember the conversation. I just remember hearing my name, and I think at that point in time I was learning I need to block out humans because this is not gonna go anywhere. Listening to them, I don't know, fucking something nefarious. That's all I knew was something. They're up to something. I already knew they were up to something nefarious. Their whole actions and everything they did, moving me where they did when they passed me up 4 grades, and how they did it at the point in time they did it. The fact I just met the first person who had like shown interest in me. I didn't necessarily like know if I had interest in them or not, but I was interested that there was a person trying to be my friend and stuff. I used to do that before I started adding all this stuff together and realizing it's definitely not worth it. Like literally everyone I've talked to since I've been seeing shit has come out of the woodwork as a bot. Am I supposed to say devil possessed? Oh, devil possessed. Right. And fucking go ahead and ship me a few boxes of crack. Fucking, I told you drugs don't work on me. Just ship me some fucking opiates, dude. Like, just. Yeah. At least I can be happy and not in pain while I'm dying, right? Fucking excellent. So much for the God thing, too. Although that's weird, like I'm in pain and I'm not actually dying. That's some weird shit. Fucking. how the fuck does that happen? Anyways, our friends here who would be the reason why I'm in pain, um, show up. Like the 3 times there was a problem, and they're sitting around smiling with their 80-year-old asses. You got the dude now, fucking, they send to fucking spike my drugs, sell me fucking shitty drugs, like, he's always, it's very obvious, but it's like, who do I deal with? Like, all the humans, as far as I'm concerned, USA is all trash. And they all need to go the way of LA, fucking, how else do they band together and do these things? Like, drug me since I was a kid, and hundreds of them involved in fucking trying to kill me, and writing they're gonna do it on the internet just fucking recently and shit. Fucking, I'd say, if we can, just fucking erase Israel and America. Israel first, so they got nowhere to run to. Contaminate the fucking land so no one ever fucking fights for it again. And, no one will have to worry about those people having a steady base to try to reconquer the world from. USA is gone, then they'll lose LA and DC, and which isn't much. DC is basically its only value is a fortress against like old school pirate battleships. Like a modern battleship would probably crush straight through those buildings, but those buildings definitely would stand up to an old timey naval warfare attack. That seems to be its only purpose. People don't even live there. It's Sterling where they live anyway, so only black people are in D.C. You think any fucking people who run the American government want to be around black people? There's actually not many places to live there either. It's a district. It's not a city. But yeah, so you have, and then Florida's kind of like their vacation spot, and Texas seems to be a Mossad base. And up there in Washington State, they have a naval base there, and they have a lot of pure bloods up there. Seattle area, there's areas that have names that it wouldn't ring a bell if I told you, but I know I could tell, and it's way far out of the way, so no one knows it. No one knows those places. It's just so far to even get there. It's a whole bunch of nothing, just a empty highway for 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles, and like, oh, bro, it's like a perfect military operation and shit. They do even have a military fucking battleship docking bay out there. But I actually think out of all the places I've seen, see, New York has a lot of people they hate, and they're black people. So as much as New York is like their capital, all the mayors of most of America. My mayor looks like these deformed people and shit who run the Wayback Machine. Bill Blase. I mean, everyone fucking pretty much looks like 50% of them look related. Not everyone, especially when they mix, like Obama. Obama, you can't tell by looking at Obama. You gotta look at Obama's mama, and then then you see the owner of the Wayback Machine. It's Musk is hard to look at if you don't want to admit that that's exactly what they would look like if they had hair when they're 30 and 40. But Musk got hair transplants, so he looks a little bit different than Jeff Bezos now. But his dad, Wayback Machine owner, it's all pretty simple there. It really is that simple. It's not a race; it's a bloodline. Like they brag about that part of it. I mean the whole Bible thing is bragging about the bloodline, but then the Rothschild also continued with interbreeding, and they say the UK did it, like the UK government did it. So, and look at them, but they got Prince Harry up above where those houses just burnt down, just moved in there and shit. He needs his beach open so he can go lay on the beach and shit. Fucking, I kind of, assume right away. People are talking about opening up the beaches like it's a good thing, and I'm like, opening up the beaches for who? You mean for Beverly Hills right there? Yeah, because that's probably who didn't get burnt out, and I'm pretty sure we would have heard if Prince Harry's place got burnt out. So he was obviously just missed the fire. Um, but now he has a beach. Now his house he just bought has a beach right there on the water. Right there, isn't it? He's already on the water, but now he has a beach he can go play on. And it's going to be a small little beach for rich people only. It's not going to be a large thing for everyone because the road's right there. So you can't have a large beach. People are being all happy about that. And I'm looking at it more like, yeah, you really think Prince Harry and Beverly Hill are going to let a bunch of poor people come hang out on their beach and crackheads? And have crackheads going around their neighborhood spanging for money and stuff. I don't think you've ever been to a nice neighborhood if you think that's going to happen, because that maybe in New York, the place that they're trying to get rid of, or they'd like to get rid of everyone in. They'd like to have the purge, and that's like a wet dream of theirs. Like the whole purge thing just happens to be everything you would think it is, except for they do the usual thing. They throw in like some Swedish people to be the KKK, when in fact the people who own the media, the Warner Brothers who made racist cartoons, look like Elon Musk, because the Warner Brothers look like Elon Musk. So all along I was told it was Swedish people, and the Romans were 8 foot tall blonde people with blue eyes. I was always assuming that. I think that was from cartoons I seen when I was younger or something. But apparently Italian people aren't don't look like Swedish people, and they look like Howard Stern and Bill Gates and Bill Nye. So those are the people who populate USA. Fuck, dude. That's what Harry looks like. Harry looks like that Fozzie Bear from the Muppets. I noticed like they look like the Fraggles and the Muppets. Like I made that video, and I'm always trying to like sort it out, what's being told and what's going on, because it's definitely being told, and definitely shouldn't listen to everything, but what's going on is being told and stuff. So you just gotta hope you can believe what you're seeing, and hope you can understand what you're seeing when you see things that mirror things like clones appearing, when and when you see like material goods appearing around the corner after you ask for it, and you see what looks like humans shifting shape and form. You gotta, you gotta realize you're seeing that, but what are you actually seeing and stuff, and try to figure stuff out from that point of view. But a lot of this stuff's being written. What's happening in the Muppets? They look like the Muppets, like the whole discussion of the Pinocchio and Geppetto thing. But isn't Geppetto just a Pinocchio as well? Like, even in the story Pinocchio, it's just a story. Geppetto doesn't exist. So Geppetto is a puppet in the story too. He is the puppet. He is the character being created by the author. So Geppetto isn't actually real, right? Geppetto's talking to Pinocchio about being a real boy, but he's not actually real either. So, Anyways, those little stories when I was a kid seemed to have a lot of things in them. And uh, the Muppets and the Fraggles, they look a hell of a lot like the Muppets and the Fraggles and shit. Check out Bill Gates and Bill Nye. Um, the average human doesn't look like a Muppet and a Fraggle. They look like humans. That's why I say they don't look like humans. Fucking. I mean, so many people think they're actually fucking aliens and stuff. And if they were alien shapeshifters, I don't think they would take like this really obvious alien form unless it was just so they could identify each other from across the room. But it'd be so much more beneficial if they took a different form. They wouldn't have to act like they worked so hard and blah blah. Although that makes a lot of excuses for a lot of freaking things and stuff. To be able to, like my dad was never around because he had 3 businesses and he worked for everyone. So, um, and he ran other. I mean, when he worked for other people, he mostly ran their businesses for them. So he was never around. Means I don't really know anything about him. But that's good cover too. If dude was a bot, that's great cover for not having to invent a massive, massive daily backstory. Because every day was a new story with someone who works with people we now know as the Epsteins, and you know, back then they were just the people who create and run the cities. At least to me. But he was never around, so that was good. It's always good cover when people are around, but they don't do anything. Like they're in the other room and you never see them. It's like there's no story for that person or something. You don't even have to worry about inventing one. If I'm correct on on what I'm seeing and how it's happening, and I kind of think I am because sometimes the humans when they get sent my way, they're like being brought to me. And it's very clear that people are being like the Geppetto, the character Geppetto is kind of like an in-betweener and not a very good one, definitely from the first few years. And sometimes it's been pretty fucking hostile with them too, but they've been there a lot, like even beside the other people, like a pup, almost like a puppeteer with their hand up someone's asses, which is odd because my ex-girlfriend fucking, her brother was who said her brother? I think it was her brother. It was Jeff Dunham, the only puppeteer people know these days, Jim Henson, all that shit. Isn't that odd? I end up dating people who are the brother of the most famous puppeteer, and I'm being shown that there's actually a bunch of puppets around us and shit who aren't living. I mean, that happens so much. Things like that happen so much. That's why I don't give a fuck. That's why I'm sure fucking I'm dead on track fucking to what's going on here because it wouldn't happen that way. It couldn't happen that way if it didn't. Like sometimes it argues with me that I'm inventing stuff. And it's like, well, I couldn't be doing that if there wasn't certain base rules that allow me to do those things. So that's just figuring out the lies. Why these people couldn't tell me in the first place if I were in any position of value. And I would always assume it's because everything responding to me is part of that group who drugged me, part of that group who tried to kill me recently, and every other time they tried to kill me before that, and which would make them part of the group who completely wrecked and derailed my entire fucking life, preventing me from doing normal things, which I could do with my eyes closed, like win awards from the president when I'm a frickin' preteen back to back. Without even trying. Probably spent like 15 to 45 minutes tops writing this first story. Probably spent 4 minutes copying it the second time I won the award. So that's how hard it is for me. So it's kind of odd that I would be taken away from things I like, like it's kind of like a targeting situation. Feels like a targeting. Feels like when I first did that third person thing. Technically, I think that's the only time I did the third person thing, but that's when I did the remote listening, when I can hear people far, far away through crowds or through walls, and I know they're talking about me and stuff, and I can even hear the conversation. So, the second time that happened, that I remember, that was enough for me to, so obvious I remember, like, dude appears playing a guitar, talking to me about the guy who just fucking, who's hearing what other people are saying, across crowds of people and stuff. So, yeah. And their people always have this fucking little shady fucking look to them. This fucking smirky ass smile. It's not cute. It's not fucking funny. Probably because it reminds me of rapists and murderers who look exactly like them. I mean, it literally they all look the same. So once 10 or 20 of them rape their way into your life or force their way into your life, then you've begun to assume that it's all the same fucking person, since they all look the fucking same. And you shouldn't do it in the first place if you don't want to be labeled as a fucking pedophile, fucking rapist, fucking terrorist, son of a bitch, fucking kidnapping people. You shouldn't fucking do that in the first place. I don't care if you fucking combed your hair to the left today instead of the right. You'd still see the same fucking rapist, terrorist, fucking still feel the same fucking way it made me feel every other fucking time I had to see it and shit. Fucking get off my nuts. Fucking serious, get off my nuts. Not just about that, but keep the fuck off my nuts and away from him, period, if you're a dude. Fucking that's fucking unacceptable that their people went around trying to do that shit to me, dude. Like, this is like, like whatever's happening here knows what's up in this world, and that means it purposely does this shit. Like, I suspected for a while it sent the one dude to die and gave me $1 million to set me up to be a cool gangbanger, or have some cool story to fucking tell, and so I can feel good and boost my confidence. But it just fucking pissed me off and shit, because I lost a lot of life from it. So I began to assume that since I have people trying to kill me my whole life, that had something to do with it. And then I was targeted when the gates to the jail, the doors magically unlocked and I could walk out when I wasn't supposed to be going home. Then I got fucking, they tried to cripple me, which they've done several times. I mean, they just tried to kill me. So I'm telling you, people just tried to kill me. I'm not telling you that. This is all over the fucking news that these things happen. And I'm telling you, it's set the fuck up and way too suspicious. And then on the way home, after the doors magically opened to the jail in a roundabout way, I wasn't supposed to be getting out. Fucking, I got to meet some people on the way home who wanted to fight, who wanted me to hit them in the fucking face and shit and take off. Not sure if I broke my hand actually, fucking, because they caught up to me after I tripped, or if I broke my hand punching them in the face. You never know. If you don't hit things right, you can break your bones. I do it all the time. Very important fucking lesson to learn, especially for someone like me who goes around later in life punching metal in concrete, right? So it hurts every time I don't line up my bones properly because I hit so hard. It puts a lot of force there, and especially because I'm already broken, crippled, so it's not even a full bone taking the force. It's fucking like what was a bone and shit. Fucking. But I think that shit's set. I know. Hey, you fucking dude, you'd have to live through it. You'd have to have a mild fucking problem to understand my fucking life and think that that wasn't set up where $1 million comes my way. And I mean, especially because the lottery thing played again. The lottery thing played again so many times in my life, like at least 4 times. I don't play the lottery, but once or twice I did. And my family played it once. My family played it for a while, but the money came when I needed it. Fucking. And then the 2 times I played it, I won. And the 3rd time I was going to, something was trying to get me to play it. I would have won again. Fucking. But I care about that so much I didn't even cash in the winning tickets. Fucking. If I would have won that last one, I would have gave it to a homeless person or something. Fucking. I mean, because I make great life decisions. Am I even allowed to make my own life decisions? I don't feel like I have it. Did I make the decisions to have these mutants fucking out here disrupting my package and fucking smiling and smirking? Yeah, you'd be real fucking smiling and smirking if those fucking fires happened in this city and shit. You wouldn't be fucking so ballsy to do that around me, would you? You wouldn't have your little fucking Nazi Ku Klux Klan pals to protect you. They'd be crying and running from the fire. I bet you they wouldn't be so fucking ballsy without them. What do you guys think? I think without these large cities to protect them and these other fucking clown ass fucking slaves they have, that they'd act a lot fucking better and shit. Could be wrong. It might be. I think it's entirely in genetics, but I don't care. I'd like to be wrong on that. I'd like to be wrong on that because I'd like them to disappear, like Joey, like their boyfriend Joey disappeared. The world was a better place. I even had people thanking me. I had strangers thanking me when Joey killed himself near me. That's how much of a trash he was to everyone. He went around robbing people, apparently, and he thought he was a gangbanger, probably fucking putting guns in people's faces and shit. And he just walked up to someone who didn't run away and start crying. And I guess he wasn't used to that, so he hit me until he died. Damn. They're not used to people falling on their knees and crying, hey, don't do it, God, don't hurt me, God. It's a fucked up shit. Those people probably do go through life fucking people like, oh, it's God. It's God from the Bible. It's those people from church, they're gods. I gotta give them everything I own. They're so smart. It's Einstein. I gotta give them everything I own. The world wouldn't exist if it wasn't for them putting a whip to my back and making me build it for them. I gotta give everything to them. All credit's due to Satan and Anton LaVey. You never really meet Satan, do you? I notice I never really meet Satan. I just meet people who claim they are him and, you know, who have lots of money and are involved in the situation. I never meet, like, Zeus. These people who come by are like these crackheads right here. They look like a 95-pound or obese Zeus, and it's like, yeah, you're doing a bad fucking job, fucking dude. Your acting skills is way off, bro. I thought you was fucking Jabba the Hutt. Fucking, I didn't know I was supposed to worship you as God, bro, while you're out here. And they're not stealing my mail. They're doing things like locking the door, or mind controlling, or having their bots. Like I said, obviously a lot of these humans aren't living beings. Maybe it's just a lot I get to deal with because I'm one of the smarter humans, and they call me God, but I don't believe, I don't believe everything a crackhead fucking KKK Grand Wizard fucking race tells me, fucking. Even though it makes some sense sometimes, fucking. The part that doesn't make sense is they still exist. And God's commandment were banishment from existence. So they exist, but I'm God to them. It makes no sense because God's first commandment when he came back to earth was vanquish them from the earth. That's the first commandment I have given since I came back and people started calling me God. So, and not so powerful at all. Playing the little games everywhere else doesn't, ooh, LA's on fire. Who did that? I didn't know. I was being selective. My bad. Definitely wasn't me. How many times did I say LA should be burned? Everyone says LA should be burned. One of my favorite songs is Niggas with Attitude, Burn Hollywood Burn. Fucking got the crazy drum line. Plus the lyrics. Fucking really good song. You should check it out if you don't like fucking American trash. Fucking going around acting like trash. It's a really good fucking song. I mean, that was like 20 years ago. That was like 30 years ago they made that up. So I'm not the first person to say the words fucking torch LA. I think everyone's been saying that. I mean, obviously, how many people know NWA and Snoop and Ice Cube and Easy, and how many people sing that song? So that's how many people say LA and Hollywood need burn. And that's just from millions of people from that one song alone. So it doesn't mean anything just because one of us has said recently that place should fucking burn. Because I fucking say that all the time. Obviously, other people are saying it before I did. So really doesn't mean anything. People are trying to formulate what's happening. I can formulate that it looks really staged and falsified. It looks really illusionary. That's the only fact that's come from this fire, is every aspect of it looks illusionary. The cop cars don't have soot all over their dashboards. The cops aren't pussy. The cops are like pussies, and they're not driving through fire and showing us the fire. And I don't know about you, but the cops I've met, I don't think most of them would be pussies. I think they'd be like, there's a fire, and they'd probably go out to check out the fire and stuff, and instead of just staying really far away. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they really are. And maybe they're different. In some places they're different cops. Some places in USA, one city there was small cops. So there's one city where cops weren't on steroids, but in all the big cities they are, and that and growth hormone and stuff. Fucking. So that's the only thing I know about that fire. But I would think that these people showing up near my mailbox and these people on the Wayback Machine, I know They got something to do with it because they fucking own LA. Newsom is one of them. And most of the people own who can afford houses on the fancy mansion on the beach side, fancy mansion anywhere, a beachside house anywhere, is probably looking like the owner of the Wayback Machine. Generally, they do. I work for a lot of these. I worked for the Epsteins and shit. Fucking, I went to their houses personally to see what their houses look like. I worked inside their houses. Picked up money, whatever. You don't pick up money at the actual house. It's poor people's stuff to deal with money. You got to go down to the person who deals with money to get paid. They got to hire someone to live in a different place far away to give you the money. Just the way it is. Makes sense too. I guess I wouldn't store money in my house if a bunch of poor people might be coming by. And if you're the richest person in the city, everyone's poor except for you. So, because that'd be, then people would know, like, oh, you got stacks of bills and shit everywhere. But yeah, they're excellent. So they forced me to move out here, and that the people here on the internet, this mutant Bill Gates looking guy, the owner of the Wayback Machine, and so they own the internet, and then they changed the information in my database, so I'm forced to move out here where I can't get mail, where there's no post office, and I can't participate in modern fucking modern life, like ordering stuff from Amazon. And because if I order something, it might be broken because they own Amazon, they can easily choose to send me garbage, and they were doing that. My house is filled with garbage, so it's pointless to spend money. I just buy drugs and stuff with it. This is a pattern that Columbus, Ohio, these mutant Bible wannabe gods fucking have had my whole life, is to target me and take everything away from me, and then come offer me drugs as if they're shitty drugs, as if they're doing me a service. Fucking leaving me no alternative except for and the first time they did that, they used one of their halflings using the Abrahamic Muslim Bible. So they're all the same fucking parasite bloodline working together to kill off everyone else who's not them. Some of them are just halflings and stuff, but they know who's going to pay for their bills. Just like I can even show you people who I've been given the personal information on. Dude, just happened to be thrown my way, and if it's correct, they're not related to the Middle Easterners, but they're Satanists. They technically oppose them, but I even pointed out to him, like, repeatedly I do, like, the dude you worship is a Middle Easterner. He's not European like you, and they've enslaved your people, and they've genocided them and taken them over. They're not, you shouldn't go around worshiping them, but he makes a living doing it. So, and he's going places because of it. And he might even be getting promotions and stuff because he's choosing to listening to them after I've been speaking with them. Because they hear, it's their devices, they're listening. I'm always, talking with them like, you guys ready? You guys like how I'm wasting your time? You're listening to me, and you could be enjoying a delicious baby dick for dinner, but I'm too old now. You guys don't like my dick no more, do you? I'm like 40. You guys only like 2-year-olds. You guys only like me when I was a preteen. But Yeah, and then I seen some other person on my list, and this is purposely being thrown my way to see this too. Like, I'm figuring it out real fast. Like, everyone's selling something. It's like, all thoughts and prayers going out to fucking LA, and it's like, I'm like fucking hellfire and brimstone as what I'm praying for LA and shit. Like, I think it's funny. I would think it's funny. I really don't fucking have any feelings about any of this anymore or anything. But I should think it's funny because they did the little attempt on my life here a few months back. And it's funny to see one of their major bases get fucking torched every time they do that, it fucking happens. New York got hit back in what, 2001 after they spent a year trying to fuck me up. And then that was like the end. That was like an end of a chapter, dude. Like, it literally closed it down. Like, everyone in the city stopped hunting me. Once the brown people came and scared them off and stuff. That's interesting. It's like so fable-like. It just, wow, a closing of a chapter. And 9/11 was a closing of a chapter for me. You guys, all the humans were like, oh, it's so important. Like it's a new chapter in the world. And to me, it was like the end of a chapter, although it was the sign of a few more chapters to come. And I didn't understand what that meant, but I knew that when that happened and shit. I was like, this is a sign of what's coming soon, isn't it? Fucking, I didn't know it involved me at all. I just thought it was funny. Fucking, and I just happened to notice at the same time the fucking crackheads who thought they were a gang who were running my city fucking quit fucking claiming and come around looking for me. They didn't just claim that one time. They actually came. That's stupid. If your friend dies, if you think someone killed your friend, why would you go try to fucking hurt that person? If your friend died trying to fight someone, why would you go try to fight that person? Are you want to die too? What do you fucking? You think you're fucking Mike Tyson? What the fuck's wrong with you? The fucking wannabes and shit. Why would you even call someone's lawyer and threaten and kill their lawyer? And that's some real girl shit to do, dude. Like, you're not gonna kill anyone if you call their lawyer and be like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill your client. I'm sure the lawyer's sitting there like, hey, it's a real good idea. Like, hey, we got your phone number and address here. Would you like a pizza with this murder threat call? Fucking, I'm telling you, bro, it's like a fucking movie on my end. Fucking, that's why I don't go outside, because it's not the coolest movie ever. Fucking, especially since 2000. We've really like, I think they've been trying to get me to go outside my whole life, and 2000 was like, they got they finally had moved the pieces around enough to be able to evict everyone who would take me in. Like, I was living and paying rent here, and then they evicted them, and then I had it set up, and I didn't know this person had been part of the insertion into my life all along. I was just coming on to it, right? And I wasn't realizing, like, I don't even care. I don't care about the severity of it. Like I said, they give me poison, and I already fucking I hammered the fucking glass of champagne like it was a little baby shot of some fucking water. As I do all. Even if it were a shot of fucking champagne glass full of 100 proof vodka and shit. Speaking of. There we go. That is the way I drink water. Like champagne. Or anything, really. drinking stuff is like a job. Eating food is a job. So, like, by the time I do that, that's when I notice there is powder on my lips, granules of things, and then I notice, oh, that's all in the glass. Fucking. So, yeah. And I cared how much that I run to my phone and call the Nazis and be like, Ku Klux Klan, what's your emergency? Yeah, some of your people just tried to kill me. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Sir, what do you mean, my people? I mean, like, with the KKKs and swastikas and the American flag and, white people with the white skin. Yeah. Yeah, your people, I think your people just tried to kill me. Um, what would you guys poison me with? Will I be okay? Sir, we're gonna have to inject you with some COVID vaccinations and shut it down if you keep sounding crazy, because you're not supposed to talk about us when we're trying to kill you. That's something you're not supposed to talk about. We might be trying to kill you because you're talking about it. Remember what we keep telling you, sir, that when you talk about it, you make it happen because you're God. Yeah, so what we're saying, sir, is you shouldn't be talking about that to anyone. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, well, you have a good day. I'll call the cops someday and let them know something, maybe. Maybe I'll go to one of the funerals, like in LA right now. Maybe I'll go to some of their funerals and talk. Be like, hey guys, I need your help. You guys are trying to kill me. And I think your poisons have been affecting me the past few years. Yeah, I'd like your help. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to care. I don't know how to care if I wanted to about dumb stuff like that. I used to know how to care about people, but people, like, it's kind of like, what's happening here? Like, I was caring about people who were poisoning me and molesting me and fucking wrecking and destroying my life, who later seemed to be involved in a large fucking criminal organization who's doing it. So, yeah, what am I supposed to do about that? It's like, what am I supposed to do about this crackhead here? These crackheads who happen to show up the times when I have delivery problems and stuff. And there shouldn't be no delivery problems. My door's right here. No one ever comes to it if there's a problem. If they fucking took the time to stop at my door to say there's a problem, I get the message and I go outside and fucking smack them in the face and shit for fucking lying. But they don't. Fucking, they always gotta be little cowards about shit unless they want to die, like Joey, or like the people in LA just did. Or, I don't even know why they died. I'm joking about that one. Fucking. I definitely never asked for select houses on the coast. I definitely said, the rich people living on the beach, fucking what the fuck's wrong with them, and LA, why isn't it on fire? But yeah, that's a joke talking about the LA thing. Fucking, that's stupid. Stupid is not my method. My method is total fucking destruction. That's my preferred method. If I have to do anything except for sleep, I just prefer. If I get to have sex, it's gonna be total destruction time. Fucking, if I get to play a good video game, it's going to be total destruction time. So we play a game where we can blow apart all the walls and doors and stuff like that and make our own fucking entrances into house, Total destruction time. Or it's not worth my time. That's why I want to go to wars. That's why I want to fucking go fucking... I always fucking thought that. But these days, I'd like to go fight for Russia and shit. Because I don't see USA invading USA to liberate me. So I do see Russia invading this Abrahamic empire to liberate themselves. And there's always the hope that we could move forward and liberate. You know, these crackheads wouldn't be playing games with my mail packages if they're laying on the ground with a fucking AK-47 bullet in their head, would they? Maybe their children would, because, like I said, I don't think they're in control. They can't seem to change, have new thoughts, do new things, no matter the importance on it. Like right now, I got people talking to me who the first words out of their mouth when they met me were like, "What about that war in Israel?" It's like, what does that have to do with anything? We're trying to buy drugs here. We're not talking about wars in Israel. We're trying to buy drugs, okay? What does that have to do with anything? I'm just some crackhead fucking trying to buy drugs. Why are we talking about the war? I just posted a video of 4 days ago that the war that just started 2 days ago, that I said in a video 4 days ago, if I'm God, everyone's going to start killing everyone. Fucking, and that war broke out because of that. What does that have to do with me? Like, how do you know who I am? You're a crackhead, random crackhead I just picked off the street because you look like a crackhead and look like you got some drugs because you look fucked up from drugs. So, and then he said some other shit too. He like bought a gun and all this shit, and it's like, why? What's up with these people? Like, why are they buying guns if their cities are burning down? Like, literally, all the vegetation in this city's dead, and this dude's buying a gun and talking to me about it and showing me pictures. Like, and I'm pretty sure my whole life people have been in my life like trying to like threaten and intimidate me slightly and forcing their way into my life with that, and I don't think I'm ever like threatened or intimidated. I do know people who are like rather large characters, and I've seen people pretty much kill people with their bare hands. And they still don't threaten me. I'm not concerned with it. If I had to, I'm not necessarily scared of all this trash outside. I'm scared of what's going to happen when I put my hands around their neck. Fucking, I'm not scared of it. It's bullshit. I mean, why would I be scared? Fucking, last time I had a problem, I wasn't even supposed to be let out, and I got let out. I mean, I wasn't supposed to be in there in the first place either. This is all like set up shit. Fucking, actually, no. Last time I was in there was a couple months ago when the humans in USA tried to band together and kill me again, and they bragged about a map on the map a month in advance. Fucking, that was the last time. But the time before that, I remember, was pretty much the same thing. They tried to kill me, and they died that time. And then the doors to the prison got open, and I got out. Fucking, I wasn't supposed to. Fucking, and so it's like I just don't like that. Like this seems to be my entire life. This is like when I go outside, I'm being forced to by some goddamn terrorist species. Dope addict, fucking dope retard. I hate being like dope addict. Like that means anything. Like the game's generating losers who are fucked in their head. Pieces of shit who blame drugs for why they're pieces of shit. I'll tell you, pieces of shit who blame drugs for why they're pieces of shit need to go to fucking rehab for being pieces of shit. And then when they're done with that, go to rehab for being manipulative, lying scumbags. And then after that, go to rehab for trying to blame everything else in the world for why they're a piece of shit. Fucking, how about that? fucking, that's a, that's a, that's how you fix problems. I mean, can you educate people? 2020 educated no one. People in this nation, everyone except for me goes to school, K through 12, K through 20. They didn't, most of them didn't learn any of that. So COVID, look at the frontal cortex virus, fucking, did anyone learn anything from that? There's a hell of a lot to be learned in 2020, and it doesn't look like. I mean, I had people like killing me, trying to kill me shortly after that. Who were like fucking acting like they thought I was the one behind it, and it's like, oh, you're not even gonna learn, are you? You're not even gonna attempt to fucking learn. But the game's not even gonna allow them to learn it. It allowed them to learn to be inside by, by 8 p.m. Don't stay out after dark, or the evil God guy might come get you, or come inside and lick my toes and watch. Let's go to bed. It's almost 9:30. Get our 14 hours a day beauty sleep. Had their fucking time off of work, fucking and everything, dude. Fucking still coming around to kill me. That's a bad move, giving them time off work and shit. It's like, oh, now in your brain you was at work, and now the game's like, oh, instead of programming them to think they was at work, we're gonna program them to think they're out there killing you, trying to kill you again. The 40-year killing spree continues, and these fucking mutant fucking nuggets. Damn, dude. I was hoping I'd get that package fucking, though, still. Because the people at Amazon, for some reason, like, refunded me right away. And they were like, if you get the package, just keep it. And sometimes, like I think a lot of times shit like that happens. I just don't deal with people, so it happens sometimes a year. And so, although a lot of times, a lot of shit I have is like the humans scamming me and shit. And I can tell, like, as fake as the world is, like, yeah, that's them again. The people just organized together down the block to try to kill me, and wrote about it on the map a month in advance, and I made a video a month in advance telling you there was something up with these people, because I had fucking known it for a year and shit, because it keeps making their car appear in front of my fucking house, their business, their corporation fucking vehicle, every time I look the fuck outside or drive down the road. That's how fake the world is. The cars can just fucking appear and shit like that, and like that one day I said fire. I mean, everyone thinks there was a fire at 2 a.m., but I didn't say there should be a fire till 2 p.m. that day. There was 4 p.m., and then I went outside at 6 p.m., and the city is filled with fucking smoke. How does that happen? I say fire at fucking 4 p.m., and then everyone in the city in the news is saying a fire started at 2 a.m. And everyone in the city's acting all weird, like they think I started the fire or something. Just fucking nobody walking around, and all of a sudden people have these weird fucking attitudes and shit. People had those weird attitudes during COVID too, and I mean, what's weirder than that is people come up to me and calling me God and stuff like that, and like, yeah. Dude, how does it feel to fucking have sex with God? Like, does it feel different when you're forcing him to have sex with you? Does it feel different when he's not old enough to know what that is? What having a thought is? Did it feel different then? During those times, I wonder if it was different. It does look like it's different for other people, like, 'cause it almost looks like my emotions create some of these drones. And the only thing in them is my emotion reflecting back at me sometimes. Fucking, not all the time, obviously, but we don't create pedophiles, we kill them. Fucking. And we don't create things just to kill them, except for material goods like, paper and plastics and metal and computers. Maybe we'll create some robots someday to have fun hitting with a baseball bat. We walk around town doing like one of those prank TV shows they have where you should kill the people, because they're being like violent trash and calling it a joke. But this time it's like a robot and stuff, so it doesn't care because it's not real, has no emotions. It doesn't matter. Just hit it in the head with a baseball bat repeatedly, and people go like, "Oh my god!" And I'd be like, "Don't worry, it's just my new human model. Pat, pat. It's not even real." Fuck. Anyways, yeah. I'd like to thank Columbus, Ohio for this recent string and the rest of the Abrahamics, their bloodline, this Middle Eastern pale skin bloodline. I'd like to thank them for the problems they've been causing my mail, because, yeah, I'm just going to assume every problem on the earth is you, since you are the problem in the world that looks to exist. So let's just blame everything on them. That's what they do, and they make it up in the Bible. It's called scapegoat. They supposedly invented that word. Obviously, they can't invent anything, but in the storyline, they've invented the word scapegoat. So let's just. I mean, they aren't the scapegoat because they're actually, the rapists and the child mutilators and the people selling the drugs down here at the hospital and the people in the corner selling the bad shitty drugs too, and so they're not actually a scapegoat. But if there was something they didn't do, if you stub your toe or something, they're doing 99% of the other trash no one wants or needs on this planet. So, I mean, and they like stuff too. The more stuff they have, the better. That's why they live in LA. That's how they can afford to live in LA, because the more stuff they have, the better it feels. And LA is for people who have lots and lots. They have so much stuff, they have to have tons of houses to store all their dildos and male on male porno magazines. And if they're a guy, if they're a girl, I noticed their girls tend to like girls, so they probably got some women on women mags. Uh, no, I don't blame you for liking girls, only those. I only blame men for liking men, because that's weird. Men is ugly. Ain't no one got no excuse to have sex with that. Fucking, I could see being like one of them shitty, useless couples who don't touch each other and stuff. If you're male and female, that makes no sense. But if you're two men, it kind of makes sense, because why the hell would you want to fucking fuck a dog? And at least you can do something fun and hold a conversation. Fucking right, can't blame you for that. But on the women thing, that makes sense to do the relationship thing, because you're never gonna fuck. How are you gonna find a man who looks good? What the fuck planet are you from, bro? Fucking, you've been smoking that space crack. You've been dating those 14-year-old boys, haven't you, ma'am? That's why them old women be liking them young boys. Other than that, it's maybe because they're part of this bloodline that's infected their brains. But whatever, this trash is. It's weird that they've been out there during at least 3 of the times this is happening. And then that one little bitch did his little smile and shit. But, Yeah, none of that shit makes me feel better, dude. I mean, this city got fucking torched fucking within a week of them fucking trying to kill me recently. I didn't even get to go outside and enjoy. It was my perfect weather, my fucking literally 95 degrees, no humidity, no rain for months. And I couldn't even go outside once because they're out there. That is literally the exact thing I asked for to live in. Perfect. But you know what? You know what's worse than fucking rain and humidity and cold? It's Columbus, Ohio, USA, and the people who live there. And obviously, wherever they're from, and wherever the people who look like them are at, are probably going to be pretty shitty. Because even in Mexico, they were following me around and they acted like white trash at a couple of those Mexican resorts and shit. And I wanted to fucking smack the shit out of them at the one because, you know, that's disrespectful to go to other people's nation and act like white trash. Fucking whining and crying all the time and shit. Yet alone the fact that they're probably stalking me for a fucking reason, but whining and crying about other people who are better and harder worker than you, doing work, being better, doing more than you, is what they're whining about. And I expect nothing less from a fucking American fucking. Of course, they're gonna whine and cry when people are enjoying life and fucking not sleeping 24 fucking 7 or doing work. Some of those people are still doing work. Obviously, people have to do work. If other people are fucking out in the street still, fucking 20 hours a day, other people have to be doing work to serve food and have the shops open and stuff. But apparently America's too fucking lazy. If that is so lazy, they went back in time and shut down the 24-hour stores after 2020. They went back to the Stone Age and shit. But fuck it, dude. Fuck it. They want to be they've been lazy whiny bitches for a while. That's surprising they came out with those 24-hour stores, because Americans hate fucking people who do things, people who aren't lazy, people who are intelligent. Like, I could tell that as a kid. I was always like wondering if that had something to do with why they fucked me over when they passed me up 4 grades and all that shit. Because the first year they just threw me in the corner with a book, but that actually ended up being like the most intelligent thing any of them did. Most of them just fucking hate it. Like, I told like some of the largest terrorists who cared about me and loved me fucking about me running for president, and they like treated me like shit. Like, I would literally air videos. If I became president, I would air videos of that and stuff. Like, be like, you know, this is how people treated me in this country before I became president. This is how people treated me when I told them I was going to run for president. These are people who knew I was a fucking genius and I could fucking win awards from. I was winning awards from the president as a fucking toddler and shit. But these are also the rapists and terrorists and fucking assholes who knew all these things and purposely stood in my fucking way as if they were being paid to. And you're telling me these people follow me thousands of miles fucking to cut my brake lines, talk to me about my personal life and all this shit, fucking call me God? You telling me those people aren't being paid to fucking destroy my life? They look exactly the same as this shitbag fucking people. Now, they lose their hair color by the time they're about 13 or 14. But this is generally close to what they look like naturally. Now, they're going to have to straighten their fucking hair at one point to look like Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn the fucking rat hoe. And then, you can't quite see, but that's Howard Stern if you can't see. Right here he is next to a girl. Yeah. And the girl looks like him, but her hair is straight. And, but she has that ratty face and shit. Fucking, so you can see how just straightening the hair alone, if you could actually see those fucking pictures, which you probably can't in this video, right? I don't know. This is probably really fucking high def and high quality. I'm looking at it on a small screen. Well, not that small, but not big either. But yeah, that bitch over there, fucking right there. Yeah. The woman behind Howard Stern, whoever the fuck that is, that looks like, yeah, it's one of them. You know what I'm saying? I can't even see it because my fucking camera doing its focus nonsense and messing up what I see right here. It's like boxing it, fucking. But anyways, yeah, that's what he would look like if he fucking did the Marilyn Monroe thing and straightened his hair and shit. So that's what pretty much everyone in my life has looked like. Even like I'd say 70% of the females plus 70% if we're not including 100% if we're not including the two fucking who I think might not have been them, who had a small chance of me thinking that. But there was some I was taken from after, like, the night we first hung out. Which is odd, considering how much they liked me, that people would go away so fast. I'm very good at the psychotic fucking breaks not coming generally ever, let alone not within a year or something. Fucking so, but one of these people were always beside them or them, the ones I like, generally almost always. So we have this bastard species, whatever the fuck it is, walking around this planet, and they are doing some sort of teleporting, but it's like, are they? I mean, Alex Jones's people did that, so you know Donald Trump is a terrorist, like he is too, like him and the rest of them are too. I mean, obviously Donald Trump is fucking one of them. He's got his wig and he looks like a fucking mutant, fucking Jabba the Hutt. But he can't. He tries to tan and he can't. And fucking, for some reason, they're in a place where a human goes outside, and we become like a bronze orange within like 30 minutes, and they live there, and they're translucent for some reason. They're not white. They like to hide behind that image of European people that they killed and replaced, but I don't think translucent is what white is. I don't know. Let's ask my ex. Maybe we should go to the genius on the left-hand side of the brain, who is an artist. Let's ask my ex, who knows like every single freaking color in the world. But I'm pretty sure white isn't translucent, and that would be why all these pictures of him in the color white, his skin does not line up with the white, because there's no such thing as white people. It's a word they're hiding behind to network. The Middle Eastern KKK. So the Middle Easterners can sneak in to the fucking European areas. That's why they're doing it. Fucking, they can take their brand new raped family members and go colonize and rape some more people under that fucking guise. Supposedly they get kicked out of everywhere they go. So I mean, if they were the pharaohs, of course they got their asses kicked out of Egypt. because they were trash enslaving Egypt. Who the fuck wouldn't kick them out? Everyone who fucking knows anything about what these people are up to would kick them the fuck out of everywhere. Why does anyone worship them? It's either because they are them, or because somewhere along the line their nation has been invaded and genocided by their fucking Abrahamic cults, which used to be the fucking Egyptian fucking people, apparently. So before it was the Bible, it was writings on the cave walls. Who knows how they actually communicated that? They probably just went around with a whip and started hitting everyone until they would go do whatever they point at or whatever. Probably how the pyramids got built. They couldn't talk, and they just started doing stuff because they kept hitting them with whips. Fucking. They love the whips. I was weird how like they're obsessed with all the shit that should happen to them and doesn't. Like they're obsessed with the holy hoax. They're obsessed with someone fucking getting tired of their shit and exterminating them. But that was them, clearly, because they went and built Israel for them, invade the Middle East and built isn't real to begin their long journey back home to their pyramids that they used to enslave the world from, which ain't a journey because they're still fucking here and still everywhere else, and now they're still running Canada, and they're still running Russia, and they're still running Khazaria, Ukraine, they're still running TV and internet radio. Fucking, they didn't go home and they ain't planning on it too. Have you ever actually went up to a rich fucking cracker's house and said, hey man, I'd like your Lamborghini and your house and your TV and everything, and you can keep the Cheetos. I know you love Cheetos. And they'd be like, I said, yeah, I love that. If you ever wanted to do that, that's the reason you don't own a house and a Lamborghini, is because you're too stupid. Because that's not going to fucking happen. They're not going to give up their mansion of USA. They're not going to give up their Lambo of Italy, of Rome. They're not going to give up their Ferrari of Russia. They're not going to give up. They ain't trying to give up nothing. This dude ain't even trying to give up his fucking hair and shit. He's not even willing to compromise that much, when knowing that for thousands of years his people has had to fucking hide who they are and what they do and what they look like, because they look so fucking different from everyone else. They were designed super easy to fucking spot. This dude hasn't even been able to give up his hair. He hasn't been able to compromise his hairdo to become one of the richest enslavers of the planet. He's one of the biggest mouthpiece propagandists for the bombing the Middle East, so he can have his people can have their 200th nation to enslave. This is like their 200th nation. Supposedly they had it at one point in time and lost it, but of course all they do is lie. And every time they go somewhere, they're still there. They're not getting kicked out. Justin Trudeau isn't oppressed. Elon Musk and Howard Stern is not oppressed. They're always telling me how oppressed they are. No one's trying to kill him. No one has killed him. No one's broke his leg. No one's broke his arm. No one's done anything to him. No one's even called up and been like, you are a racist KKK fucker. Get the fuck off my land. You stole this land from my ancestor. Get the fuck off it, you Nazi. As far as I know, no one's even done that to him, which is what should be fucking done to their people, since it's apparently their fucking nation, just like every other nation on the planet is their nation. God has chosen them to genocide and enslave the planet. So they're so oppressed, man. But why are they causing problems and why do the humans let them? I'd like to see this world free of all the people that's been involved in all this shit. And if I'm correct about these things, and obviously I'm correct about the people down the street banding together to try to kill me, I want to see those bloodlines of each of those people removed, because a mosquito's never going to stop being a parasite. These people have proven that for thousands of years, trash will never fucking change. And it's their little Abrahamic religion telling me that DNA is DNA, and that's how humans exist. And they're probably right. I don't know what it's called in the real world, but the computer code written to design these characters, no one's babysitting it. No one's going to go back and revise a character. This has been 40 years. I've been waiting for people I know to say a new word or a new sentence for 40 fucking years. I gave up on it like 32 years into it. I gave up on it like a few weeks into it. It's really easy to see that people ain't doing anything fucking new and shit. Fucking, it's scary when you first come to Earth as a living being, because people are like, everyone's repeating like the same 7 sentences, and you're like, what the fuck? What are these people? What are they? Who are they? What are they? They're real dumb. They're repeating the same 7 sentences, but they're violent and psychotic. And they're all like Ku Klux Klan members, and passive aggressive, dick in the ass, taken vagina, Ku Klux Klan style, passive aggression, fucking. It's like you learn this shit within the like first 6 seconds of having thought on Earth that these things are fucking happening. And it's like, hey, that means if Clown College is right here about DNA, that means that's the computer code fucking making each of the characters, and it's just replicating the same thing when it creates a new thing. Just like it replicates the same fucking voice patterns when I ask it to and shit, the same looks, the same personality type, the same hobbies. The hobby thing it couldn't even do for a while. I'm like on my own on Earth for a while. It doesn't even generate humans doing what I do the first 10 years I'm fucking here. And I don't do that shit anymore either. I don't need anyone talking to me about fucking summoning fires to burn down LA, or fucking summoning wars to cleanse Earth, or fucking some terrorist alien fucking species who's invading our life and shit. And I wouldn't feel comfortable around anyone who wasn't on that, because fucking I've already been around a bitch who is looked like one of them, acted like one of them. Well, lots of those, but it was just like dead weight. When groups of people are coming to try to kill me, she was trying to hold me back, like, oh, down there, good people, nothing's going on. And they're literally like gang members pulling up in cars surrounding us and shit, like dumbass white people, bro. Like, why are white people allowed to breed? Why are anyone allowed to breed if they're gonna breed people that fucking stupid? No one should be allowed to have children if they're not gonna fucking raise it and shit. And these people's nightmare, their hollow hoax nightmare, involves the evil Hitler, which is them. I mean, Hitler is like a deformed mutant rat motherfucker, just like Goebbels, and he invented Israel. He invaded Palestine to give to these people. That was what was done under the cover of everything else, and for them, they genocided the fucking Japanese and took over their nation. And now Japanese is a worldwide homosexual fucking paradise, like USA, the inventors of that being legal in modern times, yet alone acceptable. Fucking, that's all these people have done. And they're fucking, apparently they're Middle Easterners. The Middle Easterners kicked the fuck out, and everyone else kicks out because they're fucking trash. That's the story they allowed to get out. It looks more like they just go around raping and killing everyone, and they expand their family, and they don't want to talk about how they are all the trash around town. And not just one or two innocent victims who run the planet. George Soros, the eternal victim. Oh, anyways. Fuck these people. They fucking with my mail. I'd say that's cute because I bet you their boyfriends in LA are having a hard time getting their gay porno mags delivered right now, aren't they? I bet the USPS is crushed with fucking porno mail fucking backups, man. Oh, that whole place, man. The UPS workers down there in LA probably opening the boxes and looking at all them pictures of sexy naked males that they got shipping to each other and shit. Fucking trash, dude. The accuracy of all that is just sick. That it's just the way it is. It's what they are. And they're fucking with my mail. And I live here because they fuck with my shit. Like, they had a whole group. It wasn't just them. It was a lot of other people. A lot of dark-skinned people they had working with them there who play games and change my fucking information database and force me to make quick decisions and not wait and decide and skip the first place I said no to before I even saw it, because I was being shown it before, just like everything else in the world. Like, I got $1 million to kill one of these pieces of shit. I'm sorry, I didn't kill him. He killed himself because I said it was time for him to die. That's not me killing someone, is it? I'm glad you agree, because that means I'm fucking God if using me killing people is when I say they should die and they die. So I don't want all that burden on my shoulders. I don't think these homosexuals who are in the media are ready to come out in the media and tell you that that's what happens in my life and shit. For some reason, they'll come up to me in private and talk to me about it, but they own the media. You think they'd want to get on the media and share the great news? God is back. God is back, and God says everyone's going to die unless you all kill us. Why don't they come out in the media and say that? They could say it a little bit different. They could be like, God is back, and God is telling us, the guy we think is God is telling us that everyone, that we're trash and everyone is working with us, and he wants to see either us dead or everyone dead. I don't know why they don't get on the media and say that. It'd be real easy. Why do we come to me in private and kill me in private? Are we really a deformed mutant alien species living in fake space? We're just living in fake space. We're doing all that hard work too with our 90-pound bodies. We can't even lift a pencil. We're so weak. But we spent our life working real hard. We were slaves in Egypt too. We was slaves. We went around. They needed a fan, and I was like, "Oh, big boy, I get on my knees and I give you the fan. I'll give you some cool down." Right. They probably couldn't even suck dick long enough to be a good prostitute and shit. I think that's a lie when the Bob Dylan said he sucked dick fucking to get money to become a musician, because it's like, I don't think their people can do that much work. I know the average person fucking can only have sex for 15 seconds or something, and probably a little weird. Probably I'm a little different, but from what all the women tell me, the average person only has sex for 15 seconds. That's still a lot of work for one of them. As much as they run their fucking mouths, I'll tell you that. Talk show hosts. They're all them losers on TV. They wrote they supposedly wrote the Bible. They stand up on their fucking pulpits every Sunday, millions of them, and preach their fucking how great their race is and how fucking special they are, and how everyone should give them money and kill themselves and every other race off for them. It's fucking, or else if they don't do it, their evil brother's gonna kill you. Oh, their evil brother's coming for you. What is it? What do you think his evil brother looks like? He looks like a transsexual fucking, an 80-year-old transsexual male or a female. I don't know which one he prefers. I prefer it when I'm referring to their species. Anyone with the pale skin and the black hair, black eyes, a translucent skin, looks like a Middle Easterner, claiming to be an American, especially claiming to be a European, looking like a Middle Easterner. But anyone walking around with the Bible under one arm and a fucking 1-year-old boy naked under the other arm. I call it an it. I'll tell you that. Get rid of it. Get rid of everything that looks like it. Little bitches. I hope these fucking pieces of shit get the fucking get the quick fucking get the Lumina around. Ain't that weird? We sent Joey to hell with the light. With the Lumina. Damn. I'm telling you, this world's all set up and fake, dude. So fucking fake. The name of the car. Fucking used to fucking show me the light of who this disease is, and the first step to really teaching me that there is something going on here and how we're going to fix the fucking problem. It's called the Lumina. Man, there was so many problems involved with that shit, fucking. But it's so set up and fake. Like, I could tell that before I even knew, like the entire world is set up and fake. Fucking. Yeah, I tried to do it differently, right? I tried to run for president, and they block it. Like, that causes it. That causes their end and shit. Fucking. Maybe they wouldn't have died if I just was allowed to do my job. But, you know, I think I had already studied them long enough to know why I was openly running my presidential campaign on exterminate them all. It was because I'd already assumed that's the only answer there is. And that is the only answer for anyone who goes around raping their way in other people's lives, forcing other people to have relations with them, forcing other people to have friends with them, forcing other people, kidnapping other people to keep them away from other races they want to be around who are not the race of the kidnapper, trying to keep that person away from marrying or being with anyone they want in life. Anyone who does any of that needs to be exterminated swiftly. And anyone, we need to go watch their fucking family. And if the mosquito fucking buzzes and fucking sucks blood the same exact way, just deal with the entire DNA line. Because these people are showing that DNA is definitely something that's being shown to never, ever be able to change. They're walking around with the 6,000-year-old pedophile Ku Klux Klan book that they've been using to run the fucking world and enslave it with for 6,000 years. And they haven't changed a damn fucking day since this shit started. Long before that Bible, long before they fucking brought fucking writing to the world, they were fucking sucking baby dicks and mutilating babies and enslaving the world. and forcing people to have sex with them and forcing people who don't like them to be around them and not be allowed to date people they want instead, or marry people they want, or be friends with people they want instead. They've been doing this for 6,000 years, so they're not going to change. They are, and their book of lies has to emphasize every fucking lie they say is a truth. That's why they call it the truth, because it's lies. For the most part, everything they have to say about it's lies. It's kind of weird how I walk through certain things that happen in that, but them, God chose them, or God chose to kill them, maybe too. Maybe God was like, oh, you guys are good people, and then you guys come and rape him and don't let him be around anyone else, and because you're a lying scumbag Nazi organization. Yeah, I'm sure, whatever the excuse is, it's all fucking KKK hidden, and it's not really hidden. I mean, it's pro-slavery. It's pro-worship the master race. It really is up to the retarded listener to be a servant. I mean, I guess you'd rather. It's a good master to say, hey, slavery should be legal. You are worship us. Some invisible guy said, you must worship us, or we're going to kill and torture you. Those are all threats. Those are threats. That's threats and blackmail. It's a whole book of threats and blackmail and nonsense that doesn't mean anything to the average person unless you happen to be living through some of those stories and shit, which might be a little unique once we get around to the religious discussions about moving the sun or being the sun and things like that. I don't think that has to do with everyone else. I kind of get the idea that the weather would be playing games all the time if lots of people had relevance to certain things written in these things. And if they actually believed in their own bullshit, they wouldn't act the way they wouldn't have acted the way they did. So, they're definitely fucking terrorists. That book is written for terror. That book is used for terror and deception, and there's really no reason to write such loose fucking flim-flamsy shit unless you're a loose flim-flamsy person with some loose flim-flamsy morals and values and ideas you're trying to push. So, and that's what it takes. It takes a 95-pound bitch from fucking who gets kicked out of every nation they're in to go around having to write a book. I'm God, don't mess with me, worship me. And then they actually do it, and they're like, oh my God, I need some little boys' penises now, too. You big boy, you have been a naughty boy. I think that's probably the people who like that shit, too, is people like them fucking who want to be fucking beaten and whipped and shit, and like, ooh, big boy, he's gonna punish me. Yes, Satan. Yes, I mean, they are obsessed with that shit, dude. Like, those are the only people in my life I've ever brought along. I mean, I had some bitch wanted me to choke her, but, you know, as far as popping in like a porno, it's only the men in their fucking race go around popping in fucking pornos when I come around and shit. They're very disgusting people and shit. And they know better too, because they're a networked fucking bot race. So they know exactly what they're doing. You know, how else do they network together to try to kill me since I'm a kid? And it's not like they're living beings who have intellect and go have meetings inside their Freemason hallways and These people are too fucking lazy to go to a fucking meeting. I've lived with so many of them. I've seen them outsource their fucking government jobs to other nations. They're so fucking lazy. I'm not gonna say no names, but I'm sure. Well, I know lots of people who work in the government. Fuck off. I'm sorry. That must be offending a lot of people. Me talking about that, huh? Probably is. Did I even mention if it was a male or a female yet? Interesting. Damn, it's so weird. Everything I say, I gotta be worried I might be offending hundreds of people I've met and stuff because it's so fucking accurate. And it's so, he's writing this out. He's talking about that guy who killed some guy, and then it's like, uh, what? I don't think I've ever met anyone who hasn't killed someone. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever met anyone who hasn't outsourced their government job to China. Like, my ex-girlfriend fucking worked with Donald Trump, too. Most people I know didn't get that far in life, even if they worked in the government. They never got to meet a president or yet alone work for him. Even the people I know who worked with Jeffrey Epstein, even me back then, I'd never work. I wouldn't work with the government, right? I run for the government, and I'll fucking take them all fucking out in one day. I'm not gonna work with them. I'll fucking walk in the building and have a trash crew grab them by their fucking necks, maybe wrap a belt around their fucking neck and drag them out of the fucking White House and every other government building with a belt. Maybe I'll do that. I always figure it'd be, I contact the first day of work. I show up at Richard Marchenko's house, and then within 2 days, the world changes. Fucking, yeah. See, I've got it planned out. Fucking, I'm not gonna go work with them. I don't even think I'm going to waste time interrogating them because I wouldn't believe anything they fucking said in the first place. What a waste of time and money that would be. Fucking. Anyways, yeah, that's that. So, let's do that. Let's fucking round up these little bitches who look like this, since these little pieces of shit crackhead fucking wish they could be fucking God looking motherfuckers, Yahweh wannabes, fucking. The little crack asses. Let's get rid of them. Let's crack the motherfucking nuggets open. Let the streets flow like fucking rivers of fucking blood. Shit, with the fucking nugget juice. You're like that scene from Indiana Jones where they got the monkey's head and it's all cut off. Makes me think of that. And then they pop the top off like a fruit cup lid. You got the delicious brains inside. It's like, no, I'm not one of them. Fucking chop and drop. If I see one of you eyeing the brains like it's a dessert, I'm gonna know you're related to these fucking scumbags. Fucking, and hope to never see one of them again in the future soon. And I hope to see some of you guys on the other side.